So a lot of people wonder how this group distance sound healing can work. How can it be effective? Because the sounds that I create here in this room don't actually travel acoustically directly to you. So you believe, so you think. But of course, as you're listening to the sounds through your headphones or your speakers off the computer, like in Facebook or YouTube, then of course you are actually hearing the sound vibrations. Of course it's a digital record of that, but nevertheless that's what it is, and that's what you hear on a CD or a download as well. And we know that these electronic digital sound waves are actually effective at shifting our brainwave states and helping us to relax and feel calm. So there is a direct sound current that does travel from where I am playing the instruments, using my voice, to you. So that's fair enough, but it goes deeper than that as well. Okay, because what happens initially in this distant group sound healing process, which is based now on more than 13 years of experience in the Sound Healing Academy, as we've been running group training, group workshops in many places, and also based on the experience of our practitioners, our students and ourselves in this sound healing process, running groups and running one-to-one sessions, is that we know that we have a process that is very effective, and we apply this into these group distant sound healing sessions. And so what happens is that the first thing is that we make a connection. So you can see me live on Facebook or on YouTube. And so you have a connection with me. Maybe you've already seen me on other videos and things like that, you've been part of our training. But we have a connection, and also you can connect with me and with us through the chat facility that's there in Facebook and YouTube and so on. So you can be posting your comments, you can also be stating your intentions, for example, your intentions for the healing outcomes. So you're already engaging in the process, and that's really important, and we'll come back to that in a minute again. The next thing is that we understand from a lot of research that's been done, the subtle energy research that's been done, the research into mind-body medicine and so on, that, and Larry Dosey, who's written this book, he's a medical doctor, he's written a book called One Mind, maybe you've come across it or read it, where he clearly states that there's ample evidence that demonstrates that our mind is not the same thing as our brain, and that our mind is not located in our brain. The thoughts, the beliefs, the attitudes, the impressions, the memories, all of this, it seems, is stored somewhere else. It's not localized here, it's stored in another dimension, you might say. And some people call this the ether, some people call this the Akashic records or the Akashic field, or just simply the quantum field, the quantum energy field. But what happens is that because it's not localized in our brains, our minds are essentially connected up to everyone else's mind, so to speak. So we have like a one mind. And that means that we are actually connected, our minds are connected. And it means that when you're engaging in this process, when we've made this physical connection through YouTube and Facebook and so on, that you're actually present here. And so what I do essentially is my intention is that I invite you and your mind, or another way of putting it is your energy body, to arrive here in this space in front of me onto this healing mat with this beautiful healing angel that's there to welcome you. And so you arrive here, and it's as if everybody present on the call, they're all present here on the healing mat, and it's as if all the energy bodies are stacked up into a one body, one mind. And so what I do then is that I use the instruments and my voice to create the healing sounds that are appropriate for the people, the one body, the one mind that shows up here. Okay, and so in doing that, we create the conditions for any stuck energy, any blocks in your physical, emotional, mental, emotional, spiritual states to be unblocked and to create greater balance and calmness. And also we create the conditions to trigger the relaxation effect so that this combats the many symptoms of illness and disease that are linked to stress, chronic stress. And the Herbert Benson Institute for Mind-Body Medicine, connected up with Massachusetts General Hospital in the US, states that roughly 60 to 90% of doctors' visits are linked to stress. So this is a very profound way of healing. And what we then do is, so you're kind of showing up present here, we're playing the healing sounds. Now these healing sounds are part of a 10-step process, part of a 10-step integral sound healing process for working with groups that we've developed that makes this whole thing really effective. And this is what happens in the group distant sound healing sessions, these live sessions that we create on Facebook and YouTube and elsewhere. And we apply that, and it's a very effective process. And one of the key ingredients for success in this process is that you actively engage in it. So yes, when you show up live and we play the healing sounds and so on, there's more going on than that. And you're invited to participate in that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to quickly outline what these 10 steps are so that you can have in advance the knowledge and the inspiration to engage fully in this process, right? So what are the 10 steps? So the first step is that when you arrive, you probably play something that will start the process off, and the idea, so we'll play a sound that starts the process off, and the idea here is that this invites you to enter into present moment awareness. So this is a present moment awareness of the feelings and sensations in your body right now, just the way they are, okay? And then we enhance this. This is the first step, present moment awareness. So we enhance that through a deep breathing process where you're just encouraged to take in some deep breaths. It's a very simple thing. Take in some deep breaths into your abdominal area, into your diaphragm here, and then this slows you down into this nice present moment awareness. It slows down your brainwave states, helps you enter into the healing state more effectively. So that's the first one. The second one then is that we invite you to activate what we call the non-Hertzian scalar energy. This is the healing energy potential that exists within inside all of our cells. And this has been found to be true by the late Dr. Valerie Hunt in her research at UCLA. We activate this by imagining the same colour being present on our fingertips with our arms outstretched, and then we just visualise this colour travelling down our arms, both arms at the same time, and arriving in our heart. Now you might want to imagine that this is this colour here, a pink colour, or it could be a green colour. And it arrives in our heart. Now this process of bringing in this coloured light at the same time and into our hearts has this potential to activate the scalar energy inside our heart center, and for that to extend out throughout the rest of our body. So that's the second step. So we'll invite you to do that. The third step then is about activating low frequency electromagnetic vibrations that are stored in the palms of our hands. So what I invite you to do then is to become aware of the feelings and sensations in your body, and become aware of somewhere, it doesn't matter where particularly, where you feel in this moment, or where you think in this moment that this is a part of you that could most benefit from the healing touch of these low frequency electromagnetic vibrations. So I'll ask you to place your hands on your body. You can place one above the other or in separate places, slowly onto your body, just to give yourself that healing touch. Okay? So that's the first three. So entering into present moment awareness, activating the scalar energy, bringing in the low frequency vibrations. So the fourth step then is about remembering a time in your life when you have felt most fully alive and well. Now this might be in the recent past or it might be in the distant past. This is what we call remembered wellness. So we'll be inviting you to remember the time in your life when you felt most alive and well, where you've just been vibrant with health and energy and vitality. And most of us, if not all of us, have had a time in our lives when that has been the case. So we're going to invite you to remember that wellness. The next step is about activating a quality of unconditional love for yourself ultimately. But the way we do this is quite simple. Most people have had an experience in their lives when they have unconditionally loved another. Now this might be loving a family member or a friend, or it could be an animal, a pet, a cat or a dog or something like that, where you've actually given this quality of unconditional love, where you've accepted the other person or animal just for the way they are, and you've done something special for them. You've kind of given your love to them in that way. And so I invite you to remember a time when you've done that, and then to apply the feelings and sensations that you experience as you remember that time when you've done that to yourself. Okay? So that's activating the quality of unconditional love. The next step then is to bring into your awareness an intention for healing, for change, for transformation. So you bring that into your awareness on the back of having done all these other things. So after you've done all these other steps, you then activate your intention for healing, in this case, for healing, for change, for transformation. And then you send that out throughout your physical, your emotional, your mental, your soul, your energy, spiritual energy body. Through all aspects of your being, you send that intention out. And of course that then arrives here. You could also type it in at that point if you want into the computer. That then arrives here in this space. And so that then fills up the space. All these intentions for healing, for change, fill up the space here, and it gets activated by the quality of the sounds. So you're then encouraged to relax into the sounds. Relax, let go with the healing sounds. So that's the next step. Then another step that follows on from that is when, as you're relaxing, often what happens, we drop down into an alpha theta state, as it's sometimes called. And then what happens in the theta state is that the potential is for us to be aware, and this is a critical thing, to be aware of any images, of any visions, of any messages, of any kind of symbols that might emerge in our consciousness while we're in this deeply relaxed state. And then just allow those to be present, because they are perhaps going to guide you into the next phase of your healing journey, of your journey towards greater health and vitality and awakening. And so we pay attention to that, and then finally we just surrender. We let it all go, and we surrender into the silence that exists for a minute or two at the end. And it's in that surrendering, letting go, no longer holding on to any intention, any outcome, just surrendering, letting go and trusting. That's really important. And then afterwards, after this, the final step, the 10th step, is about you taking further action. Okay, so you've engaged in this process, in this live session, in this group distant healing, and then you're then invited to take further action, ideally on a daily basis, once a day, twice a day, whatever it is, or even more frequently, to look after yourself, to further the self-care that you started and that you're engaged in while you're here in the live session. And so taking action for yourself, maybe with sounds, maybe it's about listening to the recording that's available of the live session every day until the next one. And then you can come on, you can be present, you can, progress in your healing journey with each of these live sessions that we do. And then in between the sessions, you could be listening to the sounds and the recording and the guided meditation that takes you through this whole process. Now, I know it sounds like quite a lot. It sounds like there's a lot going on, but actually when it happens, I'm guiding you through the process. You just follow the process and it will be really easy, okay? And you just kind of get involved. It's really easy just to follow this, take it on, You don't have to think about anything, just follow the process, and then you'll get these amazing healing outcomes, which in many cases, people say this is almost miraculous what happens. Okay, so you could be engaging in this powerful, integral sound healing process through these group, live, distant healings that we do here. Okay, and in doing that, you could be looking after yourself. You could become more of who you truly want to be, with the energy, the health and the wellness and the vitality to enable you to live a full life of being perhaps of service to other people and the world as a whole, and making a real difference. Okay, so I hope that gives you a good introduction to what we're doing here, how this works, and the whole process involved. And I look forward to seeing you, to connecting with you in our live sessions. Thank you.